Hey there everybody, this is Brian Gormley with another edition of Where in Greater DC. Hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday, got some time to fatten up and relax for the coming winter season. Wanted to talk today a little bit about the funky market that we've been in, but first let me just say that this is a weekly video blog. We film a different location each week, as everyone knows. The first person to guess our location and send that guess to support at Cornerstone Properties, homeinfo.com. That's support at Cornerstone Properties, homeinfo.com gets a free prize. So we've had a lot of fun doing this. Hope you have too. Funky market. Seems like we've kind of hit a weird market really since the late summer of this year, where it doesn't seem like a seller's market. And it doesn't seem like a buyer's market. Interest rates have been really low, and there hasn't been a lot of inventory, and we're coming off a spring with a lot of price appreciation. Obviously it depends on the area, but nationally I think it's about 13% for the year over last year, which is a huge price jump. A lot of people now not underwater anymore, significant declines in the percentages of folks, somewhere in 13 to 15% now. That's down from 25-30%, in 2008 to 2011, 2012. But it doesn't feel like there's a lot moving, even though there's not a lot of inventory. Buyers have really kind of withdrawn from the market, whereas in the spring you might get 15, 16 offers on a hot property. In the fall it's more like 2 or 3, maybe 4 on a really hot property. So it does seem like this weird dichotomy of low interest rates and not a lot of inventory, where it just seems like we're kind of flatlining. And going into 2014, you kind of look for more of the same. GSE reform, the qualified mortgage rule. These are the sorts of things where increased tightening mortgage credit market makes it harder for buyers to buy. Interest rates have edged up a little bit, right, from their lowest points, and so you've got kind of fewer buyers, and buyers are having a harder time getting deals closed. On one hand, also there's going to be fewer institutional buyers and investors picking up properties because there are fewer deals to be had, with prices having appreciated so substantially. You're going to have less capital going into the real estate markets, at least on the primary real estate end, actually on the ground. So you've got that trend going, but more houses on the market from the seller side. I think you're going to see foreclosures, the REO properties coming back. Also people who have waited for a number of years to put their property on the market because they could afford to do so, and of course they were trying to avoid selling for a loss or selling as a short sale. Now they've seen prices appreciate, they can sell their houses a little bit easier. People who are now no longer underwater are going to put their property on the market. So you're going to have a little bit more inventory, but buyers are going to have a little harder time buying. Interest rates will probably nudge up just a little bit in the coming year, with the credit standards getting ever so increasingly tighter. And so again, this sort of funkiness will probably continue. It's a great time to be a wholesaler because as a wholesaler, if you can get properties under contract, you've got investors who need to buy and they don't have a lot of product to sell or to pick up, and so they're going to bid those prices up. And so it's a great time to make some money if you are a wholesaler, but a weird, funky time if you are a seller or if you are a buyer. Maybe we should call it a return to normalcy. I don't know. But anyway, that's some interesting observations. I would definitely look next year for a perpetuation of what we've got going now, except for more inventory, so a little bit more selection, and probably a flattening of interest rates and prices. I don't look for prices to continue that strong appreciation into next year. So you might have a little bit of a buyer's market, but nevertheless, it'll be interesting. So anyway, that's it for me as we go into next year. think we'll probably have 1 or maybe 2 more videos for the rest of this year, but I hope your holidays are going well. Don't forget, we do negotiate short sales for folks, so if you're a real estate agent or a seller, don't hesitate to get in touch. It is a painful time to negotiate short sales. So very difficult to do, and as a legal matter, something that you should think twice about doing yourself if you're an agent. In Maryland, for example, the laws are not favorable, so you really need to be careful with what you take on yourself in terms of liability. So that's it. Don't forget, send your guesses, support at cornerstonepropertieshomeinfo.com, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.